history. Even we have more than thousands of the calligraphers, very famous one in our history, but Wang Shizi is number one, right? So he talking about elegant gathering. So we have a series of elegant gatherings, workshops in different locations. In this year, we cooperate with Markham Library, and this is the after. The first one is Tai Chi, the second one is calligraphy, Hui Chun, the third one is painting, this is the fourth one. Qing, actually compared to other arts in the world, is very, very special because it's talking about the qi from the literati culture. Qi, I think most people talking about qing, qi, shu, hua, but it's a kind of arts. But inside the arts is qi. Qi it's hard to describe it. This is a heritage from our Fuxi and Niwa at that time. Very high energy people. Maybe they're the god. I do not know. The history from Qing, Fuxi's time is a long, long time ago. Maybe 7,000, maybe more than 10,000 years history. So we do not know exactly from the books and recordings, but we have the legends. The legends is history as well, right? So talking about our history, we will say we have very long history in our in our Chinese history, right? Back to Xia Shangzhou. But before Xia Shangzhou, that is about 5,000 years ago. We have Fuxi to Yao Shunyu, very long time. Before that, we do not know what exactly because we do not have the proof, right? But we have a lot of legends regarding of Yao Shunyu. So we have music in Guqing. Now, I talk about the Guqing. Guqing, according to our history book, we have some proof of the below is from Zhanguo, the warriors period time. That is about more than 2,000 years ago. Guqing looks like this. It's a huge big, actually, much bigger, this size. Why? We do not have microphone that time. This one, huge big, because the space is big, the voice is louder. And in Han Dynasty, that is about 2,000 years ago, above, it is smaller. It seems like this one, they play the bigger instrument for the bigger space, right? And the smaller instrument play for themselves. The Literatis family hold this. This one from Zheng Hou Yi, the tomb. Hou is the rank is a little bit lower than the king, but he has a whole bunch of the yayue, the court music, band, orchestra, and one of them, the instrument is this. So they have a big orchestra to do for the workshops, for the ceremonies, and the Han from Xingzui's tomb, Han Ma Wangdui, from Changsha, Hunan province. That one, it seems like her personal hobby instrument. So that's different function. This one's from Tang Dynasty. Tang is a poetry dynasty, as well as the Qing dynasty, Qing's dynasty, because every literatis, they must do this work, study. In China, we call it 科举. 科举 means like nowadays you have the entrance testing exams for the university, for the colleges. So everyone they go past the exam of qing instrument practicing, they have the grades, and they have the entrance permit for up levels education system, right? So we know about Li Bai, we know about Du Fu, Bai Juyi, and Wang Wei. They are all top levels musician, especially Wang Wei. And he's a big famous person because he's good at composing, good at poetry, and also he is the high ranked officers in the government, in Tang Dynasty's government, in charge of court music and orchestra. So I published a book regarding of Wang Wei's poetry, translated into the English already. I cooperated with the professor from University of Toronto, and his name is John Warden. He cooperated with me for about 10 years to translate a lot of poetry books from Tang Dynasty. Most of them, they can play Qing very well. So in Qing history, Tang Dynasty is a very, very booming period time. That is about almost 200 or 300 years. And in Tang Dynasty, Qing producer, the maker, is famous too. There's one family named the Lei family, Lei Shiqing. This is from Lei Shiqing. He's actually it's not one person. The whole family, more than 10 people, they good at playing and produce guqin. Their qing production is more than thousands of them, and they still today we can play. So, 故宫博物院, the Forbidden Cities Museum, they collect several of them, and nowadays we still can play it. It's amazing, right? So. Some of them from Song Dynasty as well. This is look like nowadays guqin, very similar, right? My guqin looks like Song Dynasty's guqin style. They are popular and until today, especially in Ming Dynasty, follow the Song Dynasty's guqin style. So we will see compared to Tang Dynasty one and Song Dynasty one. We will see Song Dynasty one's style as a little bit flat, Tang Dynasty style a little bit round, bigger space inside. So we will see Tang Dynasty people's voice is stronger than Song Dynasty people. But I like Song Dynasties. They are peace, right? Peaceful. So I like that one. We will see this piece of painting. Everybody know we have a very famous emperor named Zhao Jie, Song Huizong. He's playing guqin, and other people they are listening to him. And we will see Chinese painting is very interesting, right? Just the very famous and important key person, he's much bigger, and the other people smaller. It's a lot of just you see these people closer to us looks bigger, right, in the Western painting, but in Chinese painting it's opposite. They are not key person, so they're smaller. So I talked about the painting last time. Okay, so this is a Qing structures. Yeah, they have 7 strings, and 7 strings we call 五音, 5 elements, 五行. So 宫商角徵羽. So 五行, 五音, It's combined together. We call yin and yang. What is yin? What is yang? Compared to Tai Chi, Qi. So we're talking about the yin and the yang. So another we have 13 hui, the dots, the points. Like a guitar and the pipa, they have the dots, right? Melodies according to this points. Why we have 13? We have 12 months, right? We have heaven and earth, 12 months, but we have 闰月, right? The month of 闰. So we have 13 months plus 1 闰月. So Guqing is means the symbol of heaven and earth, 天 and 地. And where's the 人? We are person, right? So if we put on top, this is a head, a shoulder, body, and leg. It's a 人, right? The people. So inside, there's a 龙池凤爪. Why do we have like poetic words? In the ancient time, people they are the poets, right? So they love to make things, everything like a literature, very artistic. So this is 群谱. It looks like 天书, very magic, right? But it's very simple, very, very simple to understand it. I'll give you a few minutes to understand it. Yeah. So like the characters, Chinese characters, we have up, down, left, and right, right? So inside it, we say the cross, right? We call it 田字, like 4 squares together. So the qing, do you have the pencil? I cannot reach it. Okay, so the left, like the last one, the corner, the left one, that means the left hand. And the number 1, number 2, number 3, that means the hui on the dots, on these dots. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7 in the middle, and then 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So we have all the numbers. You just count the number. Where is it? And number 5 means below the number 5 string. So we will see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 5 strings. So the left hand on the position, the right hand on the string. So this is like a picture. Just copy the picture and you can play. That's why we can revive more than hundreds of the Guqing piece of music nowadays. So it never lost, right? So most of people think, okay, that is more than 2,000 years Guqing music. How can we know about it? Because we have the records of Qingpu, the notation book. The notation book is a recording of our music back 2,000 years ago. So until today, we use the Tang Dynasty notation book. This is formed from Tang Dynasty. We call it the name is Chen. His family good at writing. Why we have this? Before Tang Dynasty, people like say the Qingpu like exactly give the words like left hand, which finger on blah blah hui wei, and right hand blah blah on this number 5, number 6 strings. It seems like one sentence, right? But do not have this character. we call it 简字谱。简字谱就是 reduced notation book. So because because the exam, everybody need the reference book to pass the exam in the simple way. So they create the 简字谱, the notation book, to record Chinese 古琴's music. So nowadays we are lucky, we can read this and revive the music, and we can follow, right? My teachers, actually they taught me they taught me in another way, not just read the notation book. They just taught me one sentence by sentence by following and copy on the instrument itself. And at that time, we do not have the printer, no photocopy. We have to write, copy by ourselves, by hand, and one character by one character, and follow, playing, and remind us by using this notation book. So, any questions about Guqin history? You have question? Okay. Do you have question? Yeah.
这个琴谱是可以读出来的吗？
可以读。
就是比如说怎么读呢？您可以。
OK， 我来读啊。神人唱是 title 啊，就是第一个就是一个圈叫泛起，就是泛音啊，第一个音是泛起，然后食指七勾一，就是这样一个音。
这个文字是，这是个字是吧？
对，它告诉你的意思就是食指在在七徽上面用中指勾一这个指法，就是这个音。
就是它是个字儿，我就是搞不清楚它这个是个文字。
对，它是叫简字谱，简字谱。
专门给琴谱的文字。
对对对，这就是琴谱。《红楼梦》里面有一个故事，就是林黛玉拿了一本琴谱，然后贾宝玉过来，他说：“哎呀，林妹妹呀，你这是天书啊！”然后林妹妹就笑他说：“哎，你这个傻瓜，你怎么不认识这是琴谱呢？哪里是天书？”就是这一段啊，就是天书，不是天书，但是它是琴谱。
感觉它不是行书，也不是草书，就是反正。
其实我认为简字谱它是一种偷懒谱。以前的文字谱呢，是唐朝以前没有科举制之前，它是比如说它要这样一个写，它会写泛起左食指击打七徽，然后右中指勾这个指法一选，它会一句话，但是它把它简化成这样一个方块字，就变成一个很简单嘛，对吧？就没有那么多篇幅。过去纸很贵，洛阳纸贵，对吧？过去纸张是非常昂贵的，读书人是非常非常的昂贵的。如果
就是琴谱里面就一个字，它就是有一串的动作。
对。
您说的意思就是，它一个字就表示了一个动作。
对对对，对，我来演示。
画的话就是一句话了。
对，我下面呢就演示一段。好，您说。
Somebody in broadcasting they asking the questions. Is that Guzheng and Guqin different instruments? So can you explain that?
OK， 看一下古琴哈。你在网上搜一下那个古筝。
So you can just explain is that Guqin and Guzheng
Okay.
the same instrument?
This instrument Guqin have 7 strings. 7 strings. Guzheng has nowadays the modern Guzheng has 21 strings. Pretty big space like this and this size. Guzheng before 3,000 years ago, before 夏商周, we call it a se. 琴瑟友之. In 诗经, the book of poetry, they're talking about the qin and se. Se is the mother of 古筝. Why we call 古筝 nowadays is 古筝? Because in Qin dynasty, before Han dynasty, people in Shanxi, in Guangzhou, they start to se is huge big. They doing se and qin for the ceremonies like 祭祀, right? The workshops. So they do not really suitable for playing at home in the indoor space. It's for outdoor space, a huge big orchestra performance for praying. But in Qing dynasty, people start to cut the se into half, call it 分针. So we have 针. So nowadays the 针also popular in Henan province and Shanxi province. We call it 针. But after Tang dynasty changed, the 针 in the ancient time they do not have the 燕竹. But after Tang dynasty, the Korean, they come over, they bring their 叶家琴 or 家叶琴. They have the 燕竹. So combine two instruments, they produce new one. Nowadays we have the 燕竹古筝. So it's before 14 strings, different kind of strings on 古筝, popular in southern part of China, like Nanying 古筝, like Guangdong Cantonese instrument, like Chaozhou Yingyue. They also have some instrument like 古筝, but not exactly the same, not same size, not same voice, and strings are different. So now there's the modern 古筝, standard one is 21 strings. 古琴 exactly never changed after Han Dynasty, 7 strings. Yeah, so this is the difference. Now I demonstrate one for you. This is a piece of 神人唱. You will see. I compare to. Okay, you can read the notation book. How much you can guess it. This is one part of 神人唱. Basically, we know about this in this piece of music from Tang Dynasty's notation book. But the story is, the background of this piece of music is a yao, 祭天. 祭天 means the worship, to pray for the heaven. In Chinese scholars, literatis, practice 祭天, like praying, like qigong, like meditation is the regular life. So at that time, in a very important ceremony is for praying for the heaven, right? And I demonstrated one from Jin dynasties. We're talking about Yaji, elegant gathering. So this piece about Liu Shang, 曲水流觞. Liu Shang, everybody know about the Liu Shang. You can read. I played, right? This is the first part of Liu Sheng, and then after Jin Dynasty Ruanji, he changed to another feeling, the same piece of music, but in Tang Dynasty's notation, and followed by like a Shen Qi Mi Pu in Ming Dynasty's notation book. They mention about a same piece of music, but in a different title named Jiu Kuang. Ruanji is not very cooperative for that time in the government. He refused to have the position, the government as an officer, whatever, with the Sima government regime, and so he left his job. So they pushed him, and he escaped, refused, right? So his emotion is not very like 100 years ago, people in Han Dynasty very peaceful and very spiritual, and he's a very emotional. After Jin Dynasty, almost 100 years war and a lot of kills, and people find one thing to be peaceful, and they introduced the Buddhism, Buddhist in China, and more than about hundreds of the history in Beichao and Nanchao, with northern dynasties and southern dynasties. People accept Buddhism, and they introduce a lot of Buddhist music. I demonstrated one, very popular one, Puanzhou, in southern dynasties. I just play a small part of it. It's long. If you play the whole piece, it's 20 minutes for the meditation. So it's very long. And just just for demonstration. And next one, about Liang Xiaoying. This is from Tang Dynasty, actually from Sui Dynasty's composer, named He Ruobi. He Ruobi is a very, very famous general. He worked on the houses, right? Very famous. But his music is very peaceful, unbelievable. After Tang Dynasty, Tang Taizong also give him the very, very high reputation. This is from Sui, He Ruobi. Everybody probably know about Chinese so-called 10 top masterpiece of music. One of them is 梅花三弄. 梅花三弄, they have a story back to Jin Dynasty. Heng Ying, he's good at playing the flute, and that time he can play. His very famous piece is 梅花三弄. Then everybody want to listen to his music. At that time, no concert, right? They look at him coming back on the road, and somebody say, "Hey, can you stop? Give me a few minutes. You play the flute for me." And he stop and play, and they go. It's a story about that time's lifestyle. The Literati's lifestyle is very simple. You just ask me, I say, if you want to listen to my music, yes, I play for you. That's it. So, but it's in Tang Dynasty. This piece was composed into Qing music, so a little bit complicated. In the originally, I read from the notation book, this piece of music, more than 14 paragraphs. It lasts about more than 10 minutes to play it, but I give you the reduced one. 下面next one, we're talking about, okay, 欧陆王记. This is Taoist music. Back to 列子汤问. 列子 is like a representative of Taoist philosophy, and he talking about a story about people. They have intention to do something, but they will not get it. Like 忘记, we should live in a 无为, know myself, nothing to expect, nothing to do. But it's not really nothing to do, okay? 无为, so 忘记, this is a story, but in Song Dynasty, we have this music very popular, so I demonstrate this one. You can read the description on the screen and listen to the music. one, most of the longer piece, I just demonstrate one part, not all, okay? So this is a very long piece. 郭楚望, from some last few years, he escaped from Bei Song, North Song dynasty, after the war, and when he stand just on the bank of Xiao and Xiang, these rivers, intersection, I don't know, crossing. He looked at the mountains and rivers, and he reminded himself the very beautiful lifestyle in Beisong, North Sounds, and he lost his hometown, and he moved to southern part of Yangtze River, and he composed this music and show his homesick. This is a long piece. I just played about 1/3 of it, less than half. It's a very famous piece of Guqin music. Until today, a lot of people still can make it. Yeah, it's beautiful. So after Song Dynasty, I think everybody knew about the dynasty before Ming, between Song, right? It's chaos. in our history. Most of the Literatis people followed with the Song dynasty gone. So Ming dynasty, there's a very popular music named the Ping Sha Lo Yan. Until today it's very popular. I play this piece for you. The next one, actually, Ming Dynasty is very popular. Actually, at that time, the emperor's hobby, okay, is guqing. His most of his sons are good at playing guqing, and one of the son of Zhu Yuanzhang is Zhu Quan. He collect a lot of guqing's notation books from Song Dynasty after the war, and he called more than hundreds of the scholars, literatis from Hanning Yuan, actually the Chinese Arts and Cultural Institute, and they all get together to collect, edit the Qing notation books from the past, and that's why we will see a lot of more than hundreds of the notation books from Ming Dynasty. They published in Nanjing, nowadays Nanjing, the capital city of Ming Dynasty. And then a lot of scholars, they play guqing and they are famous, and they develop into different schools. After Ming Dynasty, there are several schools we call the Liu Pai in different areas booming until Qing Dynasty. So Qing Dynasty is a very special time. They continue the Qing arts, and a lot of the scholars, they compose and create new pieces. This is one of them, 张真风, okay, 午夜舞秋风. So it's time. But anyway, we need to finish it. The last piece I demonstrate because this year is dragon year, so I play a dragon, flying dragon for you. I think the the time is almost finished. Thank you. This for today. Because the time is over, we cannot stay here for a longer time. So thank you very much for your coming. And if you have interest to know about it, about Qing's history and more music, you can check from the website. We have further information, further workshop events in the future, and welcome to come back. Thank you.